The Alleghany Journal is delighted to host Emily Trani and Samantha Smith of the Department of Social Services, and they have a neat event to talk about. It's called a Child Abuse Prevention Event, the third annual, and it's all going to happen on Saturday, April 13th at Rosedale Park. Welcome, ladies.
Hello. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Okay. And which one of you wants to give us a little rundown? You know, last year, and we thank you very much for joining us, but last year we didn't know what to expect. And we saw a petting zoo and pony rides and all kinds of stuff. I never got any of the popcorn, but you guys really did a great job. Plus, you had, a couple hundred people show up. So congratulations. Tell the public what's going to go on April 13th.
Well, this year we definitely have way more vendors than we did last year. This year we're shooting for over 20 vendors. We again have the pony rides and the petting zoo, the Alleghany Sheriff with the canine units. We have the YMCA coming. We have victim witness, safe homes, Bath County Hospital, the health department, the CSB, Mountain Gateway College. We have, I want to say, Sly's Barbecue, Small Town Icy, the library, the Alleghany Dare. So we have many more vendors. This year we have a cornhole tournament that we're starting. So we're hoping for a big turnout on that. We also have the face paintings and coloring contests, cakewalks, and then we have a bunch of kid games, and each kid game you get a prize. We'll have a photo booth. So this year we definitely expect it to be bigger than last year. Now, we do understand that, of course, it is the same day as the softball, the big
opening day, but you can come before, so there's no conflict. It starts at 10, and I think opening day doesn't start until like 1 or so. So
right.
Hopefully folks can, try to do both, or, come in the morning, or, we hope to have a good turnout this year as we did last year.
Yes.
Emily, when I drove up in the parking lot, there were so many cars. I actually got the last slot on the end of Rosedale Park. And when I showed up, I thought, well, there may be a dozen or so people. It looked like you were having a rock event. You had so many people. So if you're going to have even more,
yes.
They should show up for more than the popcorn, but I'm going to make sure I'm not 12th in line for that this year. But you've really assembled a neat event for area parents and their children, and I guess people not just from Alleghany County. That it seems to me even surrounding counties were showing up.
I believe we had a few. We had a very good turnout. I think the kids had a lot of fun. And it was just a day. It was a beautiful day as well. So we're hoping we have good weather for this event too.
And we briefly talked about this subject, and it's not really the subject of this interview, but, how, as a member of the public, how concerned should we be about child abuse statewide and even locally? I think we've said that it is significant. And is it growing? Is it stabilized? Can you give the public a feel for the nature of this particular problem?
It's a problem, in our community throughout the state, and it occurs more than people realize. Myself personally, I didn't realize how prevalent it was, across the state and across the, socioeconomic, span. No matter, if you're at the bottom or the top, it occurs all through. And so it's an unfortunate thing, and it's not, something positive to talk about, but it is something that does occur across the state and everywhere.
And you've got more than a dozen caseworkers in the Alleghany County Covington Department of Social Services, don't you?
No, sir. We have there's 4 or 5 of us.
Wow, for the whole county, huh?
Yes.
Wow.
We stay very busy.
Wow.
They stay busy.
Yeah, I guess you do. Well, I wonder whose idea was this to not only highlight the problem, but to also spread the good work that there are people who can work with families or work with particular problems, as well as, bring some joy to the families that either may or may not have been affected.
Yes, we have a lot of services and things within our community and within social services itself that, sometimes people may not know of, that may be, what they needed to fill that gap of where the stress or the concern was that was causing, the issues in the family and things like that. So it's not always a bad thing, but there are definitely ways that we do try to work with individuals to make it a positive outcome, because the ultimate goal is, keeping families together at the end of the day.
Somehow you've attracted, as Samantha noted, not only had a good crop of vendors last year, but you had pony rides, that was very popular. That was a line, I don't know, 20 all the time. And then, of course, you had petting. There were animals to be petted. And as we were laughing before we came on here, that I said I was going to take 2 showers because I didn't think I was as clean as that calf that was being displayed to all the people. But I guess what we ought to tell the public is come early. It all starts at 10 a.m. So you can get a good parking space, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
yeah, there's
absolutely.
plenty of parking. Go ahead.
And for the cornhole, the cornhole tournament, the signups for that start at 9.
Wow. Okay. And is there anything we left out? I mean, you really listed a number of petting zoo, coloring contest, yard games, slice, barbecue. I'm gonna have to stand in line for that too, I guess. But you guys have really put together a cool event. And don't worry about the softball team. Softball tournament. If they want some good eating, they're going to show up at Rosedale Park.
We hope to have a good turnout and beautiful weather so that the children and community can enjoy it like we did last year.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks very much for taking your time to speak with the Journal today.
Yeah, and thank you for having us.
Bye now.
Bye.